What's up, everybody? It's Kavon with Functional Fitness VA, and today we're talking about the trap bar deadlift. What is the trap bar deadlift? It's a deadlift done with a trap bar. So the trap bar or the hex bar is the one you stand in the middle of, don't have a pesky bar to interfere with your shins, and then deadlift is when you grab something, push the floor away, and stand up tall with it. Simple enough, right? Well, let's look at the starting position first, because you got to start at the beginning, and that's the beginning. I'm hinged over, but with a little bit of a squat, so my knees are more or less on top of my forefoot or toes. So I have my weight distributed evenly between my heels and the outside edges of my forefoot. From there, I get tight, push the floor away, stand up in a plank. All right, you sink down into it and then push the floor away. That sinking should have you ending in a position where you're ready to do a jump, and we'll detail that more in a second. But first, let's talk about what not to do. Well, not to do unless you want to do it, right? And that's hingy or tippy bird deadlift. It kind of is a Romanian deadlift. You're trying to target the posterior chain only and hamstrings more. You could do that, but that's not what we're doing today. So with our trap bar deadlift, we sink down like we're loading, or hinge down like we're loading to jump, right? It's a little squatty, but that's what we want here. And that's why we're using the trap bar kind of, to take advantage of all the musculature of the legs, not just the glutes. But it's not a deep squat. You're not just sinking your hips towards your heels. So you hinge down, grab the handles, you feel the weight distributed between your heel and your forefoot evenly, then you push the floor away. Simpler said, you get tight and then push the floor away. Let's take a closer look at the weight distribution here. And that's what the nice thing about the trap bar deadlift is. It's not in front of your shins. So the middle point of the weight is in the middle of your foot. So that's distributed throughout your entire foot. And again, this should make it so you can be somewhere between a hinge and a squat, a little bit of a squatty or hinge, if you will. And you can take advantage of using your quads and glutes almost evenly to push the floor away and be stronger because of it, move more weight because of it. Unless you're a specialist with the barbell, and then don't worry about it, just use the barbell. But same deal, you hinge over, get tight, push the floor away, just looking at it from the front here. Part of getting tight is packing your lats or packing your shoulders. You know, getting tight is grip and abs. That almost goes without saying. So I brace my abs like a plank. We'll have a link to the plank video at the end here. Then you want to pack your shoulders. So I like exaggerating them unpacked and then packing them hard to get tight and then push the floor away. Again, the two simplest things with a trap bar deadlift or any deadlift are getting tight and then push the floor away. You think about those two things, that's a good kind of driving thought to get you to move right. So to illustrate that, because the trap bar and any barbell wants to sneak forward on you, wants to drift, the tighter your lats are, one, it's going to help your spine stay long. Two, it's going to keep that weight in the middle of your body. Well, not side to side middle, but front to back middle, so it doesn't drift forward. So these two foam rollers here are not getting knocked over. You might bump them a little bit, but you don't want to knock them over until you do. Bah! But it's in the middle, and that's because I'm packing my lats and bracing my abs and tightening my grip. Those big three to get tight. Some people may need to also think about wedging their knees out, but again, that also falls in the category of getting tight. It's very simple. I'm saying this for the 5,000th time. Get tight, feel the weight through your entire foot, push the floor away, and you stand tall in a plank. Simple, right? Of course. Give it a try, have fun, get stronger.